Black people. Black people. Why is that making a giant fucking noise here? I really hope that's not peaking. I really hope that's not fucking peaking. I really hope that's not fucking peaking. Even after I fucking made presets. Oh, okay. I think I know what's going on. I think I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Don't worry about this. I could fix this. I have the technology. I have the power. It says RTX voice. There shouldn't be anything wrong with this. There shouldn't be any fucking thing wrong with this. Let me see how it sounds. Hey there. Hey there. I hope this sounds good. If it doesn't, then I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let me go to my channel. I hate that YouTube makes this so fucking hard. Okay, let's see how it sounds. Cookie crumbles. Wow. Damn. Okay. Somebody in a previous video said, "Hey, dude, you should get this thing called RTX Voice. It's great." And I got RTX Voice, and you know what? Now it works. Now it works tremendously well. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a live stream. I haven't done one in about a week. So here's a live stream. All right. It's me obviously addressing the comments, addressing things that have happened in the past week. That's why I do these. I enjoy them. I enjoy going through the comments. I enjoy what the PigCake community has to say. Now, the reason this is called the drunk stream is because I'm a little hammered. I'm a little trash right now because a friend of mine had a pretty substantially bad day at work, and he said, "Hey man, let's go get some drinks." So that's what I did. This is how I dressed to go get drinks right here. So this is how I went to some bars and repping the pig cake merch. I got a compliment on the actual pig cake, a little bit of a wife beater. This is a one of a kind. I'm not selling these. I just made one for myself, even though I feel like nobody would buy them because the majority of the people that buy the merch are from places that are actually with seasons. And here we don't have seasons. All we have is summer. So this is attire that you would wear in December, November, January, February. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. This is what you would wear here. So that's kind of my prerogative here. Chris Lucas saying gay, gay, gay. A gay say what? You're supposed to say what because you're gay. Bitch. Danny had a bad day. No, it was a different friend of mine. It was a different friend of mine that had a little bit of a bad day at work, and he said, "Hey man, let's go to some bars. Let's get hammered." And I went to a couple bars. Although here yesterday though, I was supposed to hang out with Dan Sperry, who was in town, or he was in a town that was one town over. He was supposed to come here. He's a really interesting dude, and that was kind of a mishap because it started raining substantially, so the weather threw everything off. So unfortunately, we couldn't hang out. Let's see. One comment says, "I love you, Trump 2020," followed by another comment that says, "Fuck Trump. The country is divided because of his poor leadership and Antifa." Jeremy says, "Damn, I haven't been here in a while because I got bullied for doing magic." That's good. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. The less magic you do, the better off you're going to be as an individual. Every time somebody comes and they go, "Hey, man, um, dude, I used to watch your videos, but I no longer watch your videos because I got into, playing guitar. I got into playing the piano. I got into doing things that pretty much are more important than magic. And I just came back because I saw the notification." That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. And that's the way that I prefer. That's the way that I prefer to deal with things. That's how I recommend people to watch my videos. You watch the videos and then you move on to bigger and better things. Because if you stick on magic, well, you're going to be a magician, and magicians are terrible people. Let's see. Where'd your hands-free mic go, Piggy? My hands-free mic, I don't have it connected to the laptop. It's over there. I like this one for these streams. On the previous stream, I used a Rode mic and my phone. Right now, I'm streaming on a nice little bit of a 1080p 60 FPS camera. A little bit of a better production quality here than you would expect. So I'm not doing this on my phone. I'm doing this on that. And I just realized now I need to pause this here because I have this streaming twice, and I don't want that. I don't want the bandwidth to be me previewing the stream. That's so shitty. I remember the live stream checklist and the Samsung camera. Yeah, that's how I originally started my videos. I was a fucking moron, and I said, "Hey, I have an idea. I want to do a YouTube channel, but I don't want to buy a camera." So what I do is that I'll buy a phone. I'll buy a Samsung Galaxy S7. And when I buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 that has a really good camera, it has 4K, it has 1080p at 60, even for back then, I could use the phone and still have a decent enough camera. I'll even buy a little bit of a wide angle lens for it, as opposed to being a little bit intelligent and buying a DSLR from back when I started the channel. So if you watch the first videos, the audio shit, the video looks like shit, but those first videos did get my channel to get a little bit of traction. So I enjoyed that. Colex Melly says Kamala Harris in the corner. Yeah, she's right here. I feel like I'm having her keep a watchful eye over me because that's the sort of watchful eye that I need. I need the watchful eye of a MILF, of a woman that was selected only because of her color and the fact that she doesn't have a dinky. I'm not getting political. All right, we're not gonna get political. I'm not gonna get political. This is not a political stream. Okay, this is not a thing that I would do. So I'm just having her here purely because she's a black woman. That's it. Okay. I'm not having it because of any other thing, not because she's the vice presidential elect of the United States, but because she's a black woman is why I'm having her here and looking hot. That's funny. Maybe I'm just blind, but the camera quality looks the same as the phone. Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that because this is a fucking DSL. If you look at the setup here is quite obnoxious. I wish I had a mirror so I could show you what the setup is here. But there's a light, there's a camera, a DSLR, there's a fucking, a power cable, there's another cable to the computer. There's a lot happening behind here. So please don't tell me that the quality of the phone of a fucking Google Pixel 4a done on a shitty T-Mobile network is comparable to this. Please don't tell me that because I'm never gonna stream on my computer ever again. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it this way. Yeah, I should do that, but the cable's not that long, so I don't want to do that because I already broke one of my mirrors, and I don't want to have to break another mirror accidentally and then deal with that. So I would grab that mirror if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So fuck. Daniel said, "Who said my name? Nobody said your name. You fuck." On shitty quality, you're still using a Samsung. God damn it. Daniel gets one 35 millimeter lens that came out in 1972, and suddenly now you're a photographer. You're Peter McKinnon, bro. If Biden doesn't screw it up, she'll likely be the president next election. She's gonna be the president probably in 3 minutes. She's probably gonna be our president in the next 3 minutes, of which we're gonna have an interesting time because then the VP is who? The Speaker of the House. I'm gonna what do you call this? Kurt Cobain myself. I'm gonna hire a Courtney Love to come in and murder me. Courtney Love, there's a lot of what do you call this? Controversy with that. I know that the rumor is that he wrote her major songs because she had one song that took off. So she had one song or a couple songs that took off, and the speculation is that he wrote them. That Kurt Cobain wrote her major songs, and then he stopped writing for her, and then she kind of downsloped, and then she killed him. That's the speculation, which I just find quite interesting. Uh, 7 more years of YouTube videos. Are you equating my YouTube videos to bad luck? Is that what you're doing? Here's the part that I find shitty, right? Here's the part that I find shitty. Right now, I have a video that I just put up on the channel, right? I put it up in the morning, and it's workouts to do with magic, right? So workouts that improve your magic. I'm not gonna turn this into a complaining stream, but I put it up in the morning, 631 views. All right, I appreciate them. That's good. Whatever. But then here's the thing. I've been going on TikTok recently, and I put a TikTok video, 71,000 views. I understand that the view count is different on TikTok, but it's not YouTube is not really motivating me to continue to make videos when I make a shitty video on TikTok and it gets 100,000 views, 71,000 views. This one has 3,000. I guess that one didn't do as much. But then YouTube, and I'm here. I'm over here just fucking, just over here getting knocked out by YouTube. I'm out here getting knocked out by YouTube with them not sending notifications to everybody. It's kind of a shite. It's kind of a shite situation that I'm in. But I'm gonna still keep making videos. I'm gonna still keep making videos. YouTube, you can't kick me out. All right, you can't kick me out. Now, the moment patron decides to shit on my videos, that's when I'm fucked. Um, let's see. Do you have a soft light behind you to add frame depth? I'm just learning these things. Well, here's the thing. I'm cheating. I'm cheating. I don't have a light behind me, but I have mirrors behind me, and the mirrors reflect that light. So that light could act as three lights if I position the mirrors correctly. That's my little bit of a cheat code. So I don't have to have I could just have one key light, and then the hair light in the back is automatically made there by the virtue of the mirror reflecting the light. So that's my little bit of a cheat code. So that's the way I do things. I've watched Peter McKinnon videos. I should do that on PigCake Plus. I should do that on PigCake Plus. Hey, here's a hack. If you don't want to have a lot of lights, just get a house that was built in 1974 with a woman that passed away in the kitchen, and well, just take advantage of the mirrors that are behind you, and that way you don't need to purchase many lights. All you need to do is purchase one light and have the reflection consider it self the hair light. So there you go, life hack for you. Let's see. Pig cake here in Canada. The COVID shit is getting out of hand. Your country just hit 155,000 today. What are your thoughts on the future with this shit? I hate it. Well, that's the weird thing. Billy Corbin wrote Courtney Love songs. Billy Corbin started a wrestling federation, and then he got kicked out of the wrestling federation that he didn't start it. He invested in it heavily, and then he got fucked out of it. I think he's still doing that right now. But did he really? I know that the speculation was that Kurt Cobain wrote her major hits, and then he got fucking offed. He got offed by her, so that was kind of a shite situation. Let's see. What about this one over here? Oh yeah, COVID. We're getting like 100,000 new cases every day, which is now interesting. But what noticed is that the death ones are here. Sorry, the rates are this way, but the deaths are this way. So that's, I guess, encouraging, but you still don't want to get sick from it. Forget TikTok and YouTube. Got to go back and focus full time on the Pornhub channel. It was gold. Yeah, I know. I just haven't had enough motivation to put on the Pornhub channel. And every time I go to Pornhub, I get distracted. So I get distracted. So I don't necessarily want to post there. I just get distracted by the titties. It's just a constant barrage of titties. I'm like, oh no, okay, I'm gonna post in the Pornhub channel. Let me check out how Pornhub is doing. Oh, titties. Oh no, titties. So I get distracted, man. Uh, let's see. What's this one? What's going on here? Not much, man. Just here talking to a camera by myself here. 60 FPS, so that's a good thing. 1,000, somebody said. Is Omar on the stream? Omar, oh, because of the blaming on YouTube. Uh, let's see. Deaths are going up too, my dude. I haven't seen deaths go up. Deaths have been pretty much at 250. I mean, it's still a lot. Don't get me wrong, but last time I checked, it was 250,000 deaths. When we have 100,000 cases every day, I think over 1.2 million cases in the United States, and then 250,000 deaths, which is, yeah, still any 100 deaths is a lot, but I think comparatively for 100,000 new cases a day versus 200 200,000 total deaths, that's still quite significantly low. I think it's point 0.4, maybe. Again, each life matters. Don't misconstrue it as me thinking that, oh, some lives don't matter because I don't have fucking that. But yeah, it's I mean, considerably low. Whatever happened to you hollered at Anna? Well, yeah, I saw that Magic. What's the name of the company? Murphy's Magic had a little bit of a hot stream yesterday, and I saw that Anna de Guzman was on. So I just went up and I forgot what I commented, and they didn't respond. So I was kind of upset. I wanted to keep on edging her on and be like, "Hey, yo, Queen, yes, Queen, sit on my face, Queen, do cardistry on my face, hey, I want you to make out with my labia, or I want to make out with your labia." But she, nobody responded. So I was kind of upset to my initial query, so I stopped. So I just put one comment and then I left. But I don't like those streams. I'm not a fan of the Murphy's Magic streams. Then again, what am I doing? I'm just literally talking into a microphone in front of a camera, so they're doing the same thing. But I feel like magicians are boring. Like most magicians are boring. If you listen to them talk, it's pretty terrible. Like, what do you? Oh yeah, I filmed a video the other day and it was great. I like the isolations that I did. I'm like, all right, okay, right. I was gonna do No Nut November, but I forgot to prepare on Halloween, so I was already a week and a half in November started. I had no chance. Nobody has a chance in November. Are you kidding me? And then now the trend on on Pornhub and all these other websites is like, oh, I'm gonna make sure that you lose No Nut November. I'm like, no, you're not. I lost. Okay. All right. I guess I lost. Um, TikTok took your shit down. Yeah, TikTok took my. I've had like 4 videos taken down on TikTok, which is kind of fucking shite. I don't understand what their algorithm is. I don't understand what their algorithm is that kills me here. Let's see. But I had one that was the fire one that I posted on Instagram. I had another one that it was a little bit of a prank where you put a puzzle. As a matter of fact, I have it here, where you put this right here, which is a haunted key, and you put it inside of a power socket, right? So you put it inside of a power socket, and I said that that solves the puzzle. And they took that one down. They also took the flame one down, where my thumb catches fire, because that's dangerous acts. But here's the thing: I've seen posts of girls shaking their ass that look like they're 15 years old. How is that not questionable content? But this is questionable content. So fucking TikTok is being fucking cunts. So they took that down. So I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset because that was a fun video. But they don't take down the questionably aged girls twerking, okay? Of which I skip and I put no, not interested. All right, I'm not interested because I'm not gonna fall for a dumb, stupid thought, okay? And if you think that I am, then you're stupid. Okay, so that's my thing about TikTok. I'm not a fan of that. And then you just said they didn't take down the video that you made of me. So you posted the same video that I did. The only thing is that you added a little bit of a meme. You added a meme on it, and that was fine, right? So I don't understand what it is that I have to do in order to keep that video up because I thought it was funny. Instagram thinks it's fine. Instagram thinks it's fine, but fuck that. Uh, oh, what day did you fail? No, no, November. Probably the first. Probably the first of November is when I failed. No, no, November. Is that really a thing? I feel like if that's an actual thing, you're really losing on what do you call this? You're losing on because the less you nut, the more your chances of prostate cancer, from my understanding. Because I mean, I'm not gonna pretend to be scientific here and go, oh, because the old nut gives you cancer, but it promotes or demotes rather the growth of any sort of prostate cancers by ejaculating, from my understanding. So if you do no November, you're essentially promoting your chances of getting prostate cancer. So I don't understand what the point of no November is. As a matter of fact, you have Movember, which is where people get mustaches for prostate cancer awareness. So what's the? I don't understand where that marriage took place there. The winning acceleration post should be pumped by the algorithm. You're right. Yeah. In terms of people, in terms of population control, which would be funny on a platform like TikTok that's funded by Chinese government that promotes the control of the population by limiting the amount of children that you're legally able to have. So you would think that a platform like that would be able to, coincide with their beliefs and promote me sticking a key in a power socket. I have a couple puzzles here. I have a couple different videos that I want to make for TikTok. This is my least favorite puzzle of all time. I had a video on the channel trying to copy Chris Ramsey, trying to get a little bit of that puzzle fame. It didn't work. The video still has, I think, 2,000 views on it, and I put it out 2 years ago. This is a puzzle that was the worst puzzle I've ever done. It's not clever. This puzzle, for example, is clever. This one is clever. I don't know if you've seen this one, but this one is definitely clever. You're supposed to separate these two things, right? And there's a very clever way to solve it. This one is not clever. This is a shit puzzle. It's exactly the way you would think you solve it. You have to move the nuts in a certain way, and the space that you have in order to solve this is about a millimeter. It's about a millimeter. That's not clever. That's not fun. That's fucking stupid. So I spent, I think, an hour and a half solving this on camera for a fucking video that ended up getting no views. And I hate myself for it. So this is my least favorite puzzle of all time, and it's called the U-Lock puzzle. I think I bought this from Barnes and Nobles, and I'm gonna steal a joke from I'm gonna steal a joke from Louis C.K. I rather go to Auschwitz. I'd rather go to Auschwitz now. I'd rather go to Auschwitz now, not back then, but now, where it's a, a tourist destination. And then do this puzzle again. So that's my mentality on that. Let's see. Danny's in the chat says RB. What up, RB? Daniel, do you need two extra identical lens adapters? Yeah, I love you guys having DMs on my fucking chat on this live stream. The hardest puzzle for Ramsey will be him finding a way out of the closet. That's what you just did right now. You hit him with the right hook via um, via this chat. I like those magic videos. I'm not a huge fan of the puzzle stuff, but obviously it's worked out well for him because he's driving his Tesla, and I have my motorcycle, which is covered by a tarp because it's raining because we had a hurricane. One thing that I just bought is a lock with an alarm. So this, if you're unfamiliar, this goes on the handlebars of your motorcycle to remind you that you have an alarm present, a disc lock per se, which is, by the way, very easy to bypass. It's pointless. The only thing that it is it's just one more deterrent to prevent somebody from stealing your shit. Now, the benefit of my lock is that it has an alarm, and it's an alarm that's so sensitive that because of the rain, I've heard beeps from here when my motorcycle's outside all day. I heard beep, beep, beep because it keeps touching the alarm and it keeps putting off the warning signal going, hey, one more and we're gonna put the whole alarm and you're gonna go deaf. So this is what I have here. Nobody's stealing a Yamaha 650. Listen, you'd be fucking surprised. All right, people steal scooters here. People steal Ice Bear scooters that are $200 pretty much new. You could buy an Ice Bear or one of these 50cc fucking shitty Chinese scooters for like 200 bucks here, almost new if you go to the right place. They'll steal those. They'll steal those. So a motorcycle like that, you'll have a Cuban, like some sort of trashy Cuban pass by and be like, "Eh, está bueno. Está bueno. It's clean. It's a nice clean bike, so I steal it." And they'll make 300 bucks from it. So sorry I'm late. Anna the Goose is on decking around. I'll deck around Anna the Goose. I'll deck around Anna the. Could you imagine if this ever gets back to her and she gets flattered because a 20 like me wants to have intercourse with 8.1 in her, like she's an 8.1 and I'm a 20. That's the joke. I'm a little bit trash. Give me a break. Yeah, magic in general on YouTube is dead. Boring. Pandorian, his newest video, the past is invisible over and over again. That's funny. Yeah, but he gets 200,000 views and I get 40 views. So obviously it's working for him. And then he told me what he makes on YouTube. And I'm like, whoa, you can make that much on YouTube? Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I guess I really have to figure it out. Um, Anytime Danny mentions China, I'm 99% sure he doesn't know the point he's trying to make. I agree. Finally, Brian, I agree with you. For once, I agree with you on that sense. Anytime Daniel mentions China, he just goes, oh, it'll be a funny joke, you know? But he doesn't know why it's a funny joke. He just thinks it's a funny joke for no reason. In one of the other streams, I asked about the card routine on Penguin called Toy Box. I had 135 reviews. I bought it and it's a gem. If you like strong misdirection pieces, it's gold. Well, yeah, the only advice that I had on that, again, if it gives you the money back in a sense of reactions to you or in worth to you as a magician, then yeah, definitely buy it. But if it's gonna be something that sticks around in your fucking room and you want to throw it at the closest Honda Civic that drives on your street like this, and hey, I'm gonna buy a U-lock puzzle, and then I'm going to end up getting that Ramsey money by making a puzzle video on my channel. So I want to shoot up a score every time I see that one. There's another cool one, by the way. I don't know if you've seen this. There's a haunted key. My favorite thing about this is that it works uh, how you think you're doing it. You're using your mind to turn over the key. So you're using ideomotor reflex, so the same thing that moves a pendulum, and you put it on your hand, and by thinking turn over, the key is going to turn over. So your hand is going to move in the way where it's going to turn over. Somebody mentioned on TikTok that it doesn't look good on camera or on Instagram. It doesn't. It looks good in person. But by just thinking turn over, the key is going to slowly turn over, and you could actually control it when it's turning over. So it's just my hand moving in a way to turn the key over. And because of the weight distribution of the key, it works each and every single time. So this is one of my favorite things because it doesn't require any effort. And all you have to do is concentrate, actually legitimately, and it fucking turns over. So it's actually one of my favorite things just because it works. It fucking works. So this is what do you call this? A haunted key bullshit. I remember seeing the demo video for this on Penguin Magic. And it's like, oh, haunted key. Like this was back when Penguin Magic was in direct competition with what do you call this? Illusionist. and they were trying to out edgy each other, right? So you had like the haunted key, and this fucking Asian guy that was the spokesperson for Penguin Magic, going like, "Oh, this is the trick that's gonna get you fucking pussy at a party." Like, all right, Jano Blazada, okay, dude, good job, good job in the marketing there, buddy. I always thought the key used thread. No, 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 it doesn't use any thread. It's just it's a normal key. It's not gimmicked in any way. It's definitely not gimmicked in any way. It's just weighty. I mean, you could use any. I think these are called mortise keys. If you find them, they're called mortise keys. They're old school keys, but it's literally just a weight distribution. You put it on your palm, and you just think turn over. So in your head, your mind is sort of giving your body and muscles the movement necessary for it to turn over. Same thing with a pendulum. If you hold a pendulum and you think circle, it's going to move in a circle. So you do the same shit with this. You put it on your palm. I'm trying to do it so that I don't fucking have leverage on my side. So I'm gonna put it in a shitty situation right now. I'm putting it like on the edge, but you just think, turn over, turn over, turn over in your head. That's all I'm thinking. And my hand is gonna move it so that it turns over. Right now I'm seeing this turn over, and that's it. Right there. Look at that. And if you get good at it, you could control it. There you go. It's fucking hot. It's one of my favorite things. So I think they're cheap now if you go to Penguin Magic or whatever website. Um let's see, Magic Buzz. I'm telling you, it's the most cringe thing I've ever seen. Prancing. What are you talking about? Prancing. I call pasta pasta. What are you talking about prancing? I don't understand what you're talking about cringe. What do you mean by cringe? Could you please tell me? I always hate looking at cringe. Like somebody showed me a video today about somebody, and I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't finish it just because of the cringe. It wasn't about her. Well, it was about her, but it wasn't her. So I'm pointing at her because it's about her, but it wasn't her saying it. I want to fuck her. I would fuck Kamala Harris. She has a weird lower body, but if she puts her hand on my thigh, I'm getting her pregnant. That's a fact. So let's see. I'll get the name and BRB. Are you rocking the Seiko Batman? I've seen you flexing in the Seiko Pepsi in a few tutorials. This is not a Batman. This is a Superman. There's a Seiko. I guess you could call it the Superman because it's red and blue. I bought the bezel from Long Island Watch in New Jersey. I bought the bezel and I put it on a nice little bit of a Seiko, and then that's what I had a guy at a mall have the audacity to go, "Hey, is that real? Is that real? Let me clean it for you. Let me clean it for you, buddy." I'm like, "It's a real Seiko, you fuck. It's a real Seiko. I'm not about to pay what is it? Fucking 50 grand for a Pepsi Rolex." So there's a Superman Pepsi, I guess, bezel ish. So that's what I like. I like it. I have a fake AP PJ, Audemars Piguet. I have a fake one over there, which is not a fake one. It's a company that resembles it, but that's quite substantial. I just watches are they get expensive, so you really only need like two watches. That's it. You're good to go. One maybe if you're really pushing it, but I like it. It looks good. I'm a fan of it. Um, let's see. I love your content, and it makes me sad seeing the performance of your channel lately. Yeah, I guess, I can't do much about it. Again, I'm grateful to the fact that people watch the videos. I'm grateful to the fact that people are on Patreon and all that. So because of that, I'm still able to make videos. If it wasn't for that, I'd be completely fucked. But because of those things, I could technically play around with the content, play around with the style, play around with different ways to present it, and still have that back end of being able to do tutorials on that. Let's see. Stash has a lead on Super Cringe Magic Show. I don't know who Stash is. Is Stash an individual? I have to look at a comment for a series for you to review. Let me go back. So let me go back here and look for your fucking comments. I got a lead on a video series. There's a show on Prime of this academy in Africa teaching kids magic, which ends games with them in Vegas prancing and waving silks. Again, my tolerance for cringe is very low. My tolerance for cringe is very low. I'll look away. I can't deal with that. My face turns into an asshole. I can't deal with cringe well. Just like people have the tolerance for watching like snuff, I can't do that. I have a friend that's like, "Hey man, look at this," and he'll show me a video of some guy jumping a building and then turning into Picadillo. I don't like that. I don't like that sort of shit. The hottest American politician was Sarah Palin. Shout outs to Lisa Ann for that legendary parody. Sarah Palin's pretty attractive, I gotta say. Definitely more attractive than Kamala Harris. Lisa Ann did a fantastic job. But then again, here's the thing: Sarah Palin's not really that hard to parody, right? She's not really that hard to parody in terms of appearance. But I think I don't know. We have a bet with not a bet, but we have a what do you call this? We have some really attractive female politicians now. AOC is a smoke show. She's a retard, but she's a smoke show. Tulsi is a perfect 10 out of 10. Tulsi Gabbard, she's unbelievably attractive in every sense. Um, you have some other ones that I don't want to mention because then they're like, oh, really? Wow. Wow, that's gross. What, you find a white supremacist attractive? Apparently, right wing means supremacists. So I'll keep it at that. Let's see. Same thing with voter fraud. You think it exists and have any meaningful effect on the results, you might be PigCake's younger brother. Are you looking at a Vosh video? Vosh is a person that said, hey, horse cocks are fine and give me a good argument against child porn. Isn't that something you posted on Instagram? Right? There's a noise here. I don't know what the noise is, right? It almost sounds like I said, Vosh likes child porn. Like, I don't know if you hear the fan. That's kind of a weird person to post on Instagram, right? It's kind of a weird individual to post on Instagram, I would say. Somebody that said, hey, man, you give me one moral argument against child pornography. I'll give you 18. I'll give you 18. 18 moral arguments against child pornography. Nice personal messenger you got there. What are you talking about? Personal messenger. Oh, it's right here. Oh, you're making a joke about the microphone? I really hate that a couple people said that this looks worse than the camera, the phone that I was streaming on the other day, which is quite interesting because this obviously is a very elaborate setup, right? Just to stream on the camera, or sorry, stream on the DSLR, and the phone is just something I set up. I lean against like a fucking bottle of water, and I'm like, hey, here you go. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, the name of the documentary is called The School of Magic. I promise it to be the most cringe thing you've ever witnessed. Here's the thing: anything from Africa is typically fairly cringe, but funny. But funny. There was a guy that was a not a philanthropist, but he was a eccentric millionaire, and he tried to I think he was trying to show that he's capable of building like, weapons and shit for the army. And what he did is that he got football helmets and like football equipment and painted it. And he got a what do you call this? Like it looked like a caravan, like a Dodge Caravan, and he put this weird plastic thing on it to make it look like a tank. And he presented this like in a parade to make it seem like, oh look, this is the army of the future. But really, it all looks shitty, but it's supposed to look like futuristic shit, which killed me. I found that quite hysterical. So that's Africa norm. Like you have that's a norm in Africa. If you look at their the parody of their soap operas, it's all the same shit. It's over the top stuff. So I'm sure that that's gonna be fine. I'm sure that that's like within the same realm of cringe in that sense. I'm gonna watch that later tonight. Sounds jokes. That's funny. I missed the old streams where he streamed until the battery in his phone died. Well, now guess what? I don't. This is connected. Okay, so now I had to stream until the power runs out, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be fairly expensive. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I wonder how much like electricity having this camera on for 365 days like in a row would cost. It probably cost like $4 in electricity, maybe. Is this an emergency broadcast? No. Are you saying that because of the quality? Are you saying that because of the quality of this? I hope that it's good. It's 60 FPS. I mean, it should be 60 FPS, which is top notch. I don't know if I'm streaming in 720p or 1080p. I think 720p. So it might be 1080p downscaling to 720p. I think that's what's going on here. But even then, it should be top notch. Okay, it should be top notch. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out by the next stream. But somebody did recommend getting a preset for the microphone, and it worked out perfectly. It sounds tremendous. Uh, Full on rapist, said Daniel Cabrera. I know what you mean. New ham radio, pig clockwork orange. Watching this school. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. My OG pig cakes shirt arrived. It didn't come with a warranty paperwork. Could you imagine trying to return this shit? Well, I mean, this is I got a wife beater from the same website, right? So I got a wife beater from the same website, and I just got it for me. And when it came, I was very upset. I didn't like it. I thought it fit like shit. I didn't like the way that I this isn't aligned properly. The finish on it is kind of shite. I didn't like it. But then I started wearing it, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. I like it. So I've worn this out now. Like this is. I went to a couple bars and I got compliments. They said, "Hey, that's cool. That's a cool shirt." And I'm like, "Hey, man, thank you, dude." And then one of the waitresses was like, "Hey, yo, what is that?" And I'm like, "Yo, this is a dick. You want to stick it? You want to stick consensually? You want to stick it consensually?" Cody, he's drinking natty ice. No, I'm drinking water because I already drank. All right, this is the post drunk stream, I guess. I've subsequently sobered up, so right now I'm drinking water. I just had pasta with some meatballs, so that's now percolating with the liquor. Mm. Happy hour is dangerous, especially happy hour here where you could get 3 drinks for like $8 and end up walking out of a place sideways. But Natty Ice, here's the thing. I remember I went with Daniel. There you go. I mentioned you, Daniel. I went to 7-Eleven with Daniel once, and I got not Angry Orchard, but I got Red's Apple Ale, and it was a 32-ounce can of Red's Apple Ale. And I have never felt more homeless and gross in my entire life than after drinking half of that can. I drank half of that can. I felt bloated. I felt gross. I felt like I felt homeless. I felt homeless after drinking that, and I woke up like 4 hours later. I passed out on my bed. I woke up 4 hours later, like with just terrible, and that was from one half of a Red's Angry Orchard. Sorry, not Angry Orchard. Red's Apple Ale, which is like hobo beer. So they do the same thing with Natty Ice. They'll get like a 32 ounce of Natty Ice, and they'll fucking they'll chug that, and they'll forget about everything that's going on in their lives. Can you tie a man bun with your butt hair? No, no, I cannot. Although here's the thing that I found out that people recently do. They they shave their assholes. Dudes shave their assholes. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not gonna do it, but I've come to learn that dudes do that, and it's fairly odd to me. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know what's happening with this. Is this fairly consistent? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Oh, now this screen left. Okay, there you go. Now we're back there. I miss Natty Ice. Beer is expensive here in Canada. You just go to NY, buy a 224. Look at Hung and Hangover with a 2-4, and I'm trying to and a dart in his mouth. I don't have a good Hoosier accent. I don't have a good one. I want to have one, but I really practice. I hate to admit that I practice from time to time my Hoosier accent, and it's not good. It's not good at all. But I love the vernacular. Dart instead of cigarettes is tremendous, and 2-4 even better. But Natty Ice, no, Natty Ice is trash beer. I think the best shitty beer that I've ever had is Bud Light Platinum. It's like $7 for a 6 pack, and you have two, and you're good. You have two, and you're good. You could do anything you want. I recommend you drink them in the morning, and then if you do that for long enough, people give you coins when you stop drinking. They give you coins, and they go, "Hey, good job," and you go, "What's this for? What's this for? I don't know what this is for. Oh, thank you. I'll try to use that to buy more beer." There's nothing wrong with shaving down there. No, there isn't. There isn't anything wrong. This right here is cleaner than a than her. It's cleaner than Kamala Harris's cooch, I'm sure. I've recently discovered magic shave powder. I think I mentioned this in a previous stream. Rub it on, wait 5 minutes, wipe it off, and everything's gone. You look like you're about to Peter North a girl. You know, you look like you're about to Peter North a girl. If you're under 18, do due diligence. Oh, this is by the way. I realize I live in the ghetto. If you watch my Instagram video, right? So if you realize that, if you looked at my Instagram story from yesterday, I realized finally I live in the fucking hood. All right. I got a toilet plunger. I needed a toilet plunger. And the plunger, the only toilet plunger he had a broom handle on it. So it's about this big, the toilet plunger with the broom handle, but it has the little bowl thing. So it just looks ridiculous. And I realized, oh, okay, this is because you live in the hood. I didn't know this. I didn't realize it. I thought, hey, no, this is fine. And then you realize, wait a second, there's a liquor store over here. There's a corner store over here. There's, I'm sure, a gun store a couple blocks away. So I live in a hood. I got a hood plunger that has a broom handle on it, and the guy told me verbatim, "Oh, it gives you more power." Okay, and it did. It did. It unclogged the sink, it unclogged the toilet, and everything's running as good as gold. I'd like to see you collab with more YouTubers. I remember you saying that with 52 cards. I'd love to see you do more. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I wish. I know that I'm at that point where I could definitely reach out to people and they'll probably respond just because they see the number and they go, "Whoa, 52,000! Oh my god! Wow, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, sure, dude. I'll do a collab." I've done a couple. I've done a couple. What sucks that I want to do them in person. I hate this shit. I hate like doing like a. I wouldn't want to do like a. Oh, let's do a Zoom or like a virtual sort of collab. Like I'm not a fan of that. I want to do it in person, which I think that that'll be a lot better. I mean, Rise Magic is one that I definitely want to do shit with. Xavier, next time I see him. Turner, obviously. Turner's trying to convince me to go to fucking Blackpool in February. Even though they're not doing Blackpool, it's just going to be essentially them at a bar getting hammered in Blackpool. So I don't know if, I mean, I do want to do that because that sounds tremendous. Uh, let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. If you don't shave my ass, if I don't shave my ass, okay, hold up. If I don't shave my ass, if I bend over naked, I would look like a midget Osama bin Laden from the back. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I feel like you could, tie it up. Maybe I've seen beads, beard beads. That's a thing. It's kind of fucking terrible. Mind you, I've been thinking of getting like a piercing on my ear. I've been thinking of getting that because I feel like I'm going through a midlife crisis. But a beard bead would be, I think, the gayest thing you could possibly get. I could get fucked in the ass, nonstop for a couple hours, and that wouldn't be as gay as me getting a beard bead, like getting one of those. Like, oh no, I'm gonna get a little bead and put it around my beard hair. So I think that's a fact. That's objective. That's not even subjective. I'd love to see a full magic performance from you. Okay. I mean, I don't think it'd be good. It would certainly wouldn't be as good as other people, but it'd be interesting, that's for sure. I have a beard piercing. What is that? A beard piercing? The fuck does that mean? Like a piercing here? Like you have the Disturbed from fucking 1994? Is that a thing? But I don't understand this thing. Like a little fucking, oh, I'm gonna put a gem on my beard. Or here's another one. Here's another one. Dyed beard. Like a green or like a pink beard. I've seen the red ones recently that they have like red accents and they have everything lined up perfectly. And I'm like, you are worse than a magician. You are absolutely worse than a fucking magician. 52 cards is low key one of the best magic YouTubers around. I love my Sybil cut after failing miserably for months. Yeah, he's very good when it comes to his teaching. It's like Pandrea. That's very he's very scientific when it comes to his shit. The reason a lot of people tend not to like my tutorials is because I interrupt them with fucking dick jokes every fucking 3 minutes. So people tend to be a little bit angry at that, but I like him. I like him. If it wasn't for those dick jokes, if it wasn't for those little interjections, I wouldn't want to do this. Pandre is a shit teacher. I mean, in the videos that I've seen, I think that he's been a good job because he's very kind of like it takes a lot of specificity in order to be able to teach accurately. Like, what would you say about me? Would you say that I'm a shit teacher when it comes to magic? Because I mean, I teach it the way I would best learn it. That's the way that I teach it. So the best way that I would learn it, that's how I go and try to teach whatever it is that I'm teaching. And that's worked for a lot of people. Some people, it's like, oh, you make a lot of unnecessary jokes. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, to each their own. Uh, only the virginiest have beard piercings. That's funny. That's funny. The Virginians have beard piercing. Yeah, that's kind of aggressive, to be honest. I don't know what the purpose of a beard piercing is. I feel like that's actually worse than a beard bead. So beard piercing is actually worse to me than a beard bead. So you've managed to top beard bead out, but you have a beard, so that's at least a benefit. But at the same time, if you're gonna murder it by putting a fucking bead or a piercing, you might as well fuck it. Might as well just have somebody fuck it. So Abdullah says, "Have you met Denial Madison?" No, I haven't met Denial Madison. Denial Madison sounds like his Pornhub account, where he has a Pornhub channel dedicated to denial porn. I don't know if you've ever seen this aspect of pornography, but it's porn that involves a woman, facilitating a man's ejaculate and then going, nope, nope, you're not gonna do it. And then he goes, come on, come on. So watching denial Madison porn would be pretty hysterical. But I've talked to him a couple times. I've never had any more interaction with him other than maybe once or twice. So that's kind of, shitty, but I guess that's his persona. Pandrea looks like no name brand. Sure, Jay. That's funny. Denial Madison, you're actually a teacher in a shows with your tutorials. Pandrea is a magician and not a teacher in a shows. That's actually a big distinction. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I taught, I guess, in school the same way that I teach here, kind of, which is a lot of interjections, a lot of dumb jokes. But I think that that kind of helps, especially when it becomes a memory thing. Like if you're teaching psychology, a lot of it's memory and remembering definitions of terms and being able to apply them. So you put some jokes in there and they remember 'em. And then they remember, oh, because that's when you made that weird joke, and then now I remember the difference between positive and negative reinforcement. So that's good. YouTube teaching is gold. If you could stand to rewatch it, I think you're a good teacher because it's so funny and informative. It makes it easy to watch. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. But I'm sure you'd say it different if, like, Pandrea's doing a stream and he goes, "So, what do you think of PigCake's teaching?" Like, oh, not only is he a short faggot, but he's also really annoying and he makes too many dick jokes. So, fuck him. You're the best. So, I feel like that might be a little bit of bias based on the fact that I'm here. Uh, let's see. If you roll a booger on your steering wheel long enough, it will vanish. Good impromptu trick while traveling. You know, it's funny that I've noticed on the motorcycle. I've had lizards, multiple lizards on the bike, for a substantial period of time. So I don't understand what it is about fucking geckos that they just sit there on your fucking, like, on the what do you call this, on the little dashboard thingy, just like this, just like, hey, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, please, please, on the next stop, jump off. I cannot stand it if you fucking, if you just fly off as I'm writing and you end up being my fault. Uh, you're not a short faggot. You're a short man, but faggot. Don't stop yourself shorter. Yeah, I have to call myself what Justin Miller called me. I think that's the only way that I could say faggot on YouTube and it not be, particularly a contentious or a point of contention, is if I quote him. So if I quote him by saying, "Oh, I was called a man bun faggot," but I'm not saying it, in a derogatory sense. It's what somebody called me. All right, I'm not saying it and going, "Huh, he's a." I'm being called that, so I could say it because I'm being called that. So, which, by the way, it's none of your business. Okay, if I'm a man bun who happens to blow dudes every once in a while, right? That's nothing that you should be concerned with. Okay. Uh, oh, let's see. Should I be learning magic from books or YouTube? Both. You should be using both. I think both complement each other well, especially if you find the exact same source that they're teaching. But I find that both are good. Now, me personally, I don't like looking at YouTube tutorials, which is a little bit hypocritical considering my channel and livelihood are based on YouTube. But the old DVDs, the old videos, I think those have given me the most value. So, like L&O Publishing, Michael Maxwell's A1 Magic Multimedia, those old tapes, the recent stuff that's come out, like John Bannon, all that shit. That's kind of been what's, helped me out the most in understanding and appreciating it. But books, I think by far are going to be the books are like, if you want to make a loser reference here, books are like a hyperbolic time chamber, right? And you're fucking Goku and you want to fuck up Frieza. So you're in that hyperbolic time chamber because when you read a book, you're trying to figure out how to do it based on what you interpret to read, right? When you see a video, I'm just here copying Daniel Madison, and I go, I'm gonna be the next Daniel Madison. So you're copying that. Whereas when you read a book, it's how you do it, right? If you watch a video, it's how this fucking man bun does it. So that's a benefit and a downside. It's easier to learn from a video, but you're also copying them. So that's the downside. Michael Moore's DVDs. There you go. Yeah, Michael Moore has another tremendous one. Easy to Master Magic, or sorry, Easy to Master Card. He has one that's on business cards. That's great. Everything he puts out, everything he puts out has been tremendous. Have you ever been caught palming? Yeah, I remember I showed a trick years and years ago, and I did a stupid method where instead of doing like a reversal, I palm the card and then I reverse it and put it back in the deck. And the person goes, at the end, he goes, "Listen, man, it was a cool trick, but I saw you turn the card over. I saw you turn the card over." And I go, "Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for waiting till the end to tell me. I appreciate that." As opposed to going, "It's there. It's there. I see it. Look, look, look. It's in his hand. It's in his hand." It's better than doing that. So I appreciate that. Uh, let's see a collab vid of PigCake versus Sankey, who could teach the most card tricks in under 5 minutes. I've been wanting to do a video with Sankey, but I think I would rather do it in person. I would hate to do like a virtual fucking video with Sankey, especially somebody that I've wanted to blow my entire life, like Jay Sankey, which is still blows my mind that he responds to my fucking DMs and my every time I see a thing and I'll post it, I'll be like, haha, funny, and then he'll respond, and I'm like, wow, Jay Sankey is responding to me. Oh my fucking god, Jay Sankey is fucking responding to me. So that's something that I particularly enjoy. You used to have a four head, now you have a five head. Did you learn that from Balducci? That's funny. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Nothing like a good old ball joke every once in a while, right? Here's the thing. Back here, it's okay. Back here, it's great, right? There's a bun holding back a lot of hair. It's decent. Then you turn around and you go, oh, where did the rest of it go? Where did the rest of it go? It started here at one point. It was here. I had a nice, healthy hairline. And then it just went, no, I don't want to wait. That's what it did. So thank you for bringing that up. That's fantastic. Um, I'm surprised I haven't been flagged by tube gods. Well, I mean, YouTube's a little bit shitty. The TikTok's been particularly shitty, but their at least their algorithm for views is on point. When it comes to YouTube, their algorithm for views is the equivalent of let's say you get your penis and you hit it on the table as hard as you can. That's what YouTube's doing to my views. You can make it your own through video learning experience because you experience the challenge through their eyes. So you're talking about video and the difference between video and books, I guess. Telling a magician you saw how he did the trick is like telling a stripper you could smell her yeast infection. Okay, I mean that depends. But at least in my case, he told me at the end. Like, hey man, I saw the palm. It's all right. It's cool. It's fine. It was a cool trick, but I just saw it. And he didn't like an asshole point it out in the middle of the trick, which is would have been worse because there were other people present. But that equivalent with the stripper, if you tell her at the end, hey, by the way, I know, I could smell it. I could smell it. I think you're gonna get kicked out by a very aggressively black bouncer. Let's see. How many flourish or displays can you do with a deck of cards? Probably one, which is good. The least amount of displays that you could do with a deck of playing cards, the better. I don't have any cards near me because I'm not a fucking virgin. They're over there, which is just far off enough for me not to be able to grab them. And it wouldn't matter because I can't one hand, right? Like I can't. I could do little virgin shit with one hand, but displays is different. You said displays, and displays. What do you call this? Implies like I'm holding stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, let me use my chin, or let me hold the cards in this weird contorted position. So I'm proud of myself for only knowing maybe two because the more you know, the less chances you have as to actually seeing the shape of one of these, right? One of these, a fat pussy. So the less I know, the better, right? Look at that, Tame Impala. The less I know, the better. The old heads in the cafe in our magic are saying books are superior. Lack the perspective that people with dyslexia exist. That's funny. Well, they lack the understanding of why books are better, and they don't understand the merit of videos. They're just quick to downplay videos when it comes to learning magic. They'll be like, "No, videos are terrible. They don't compare to books." But these are the same people that ask, "Hey, whatever happened to slaves? I really missed back when we had slaves." So those are the same people that say that sort of shit. Ah, which I mean, granted. Uh, Jesus fucking Christ. Has any magician become butthurt from you doing a tutorial doing one of their moves? One, yes, but it was I guess it was a weird back and forth because it was I've done it forever, or I had this in my notebook from forever, and then I messaged him, which was my mistake, asking him for permission. But it was my fault. It was my fault because I should have understood. Oh, he published it. It was his, and I had no reason to put it up. I took down the video, but it was like a color change, right? And I mentioned I he mentioned some stuff that I'm like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's kind of dumb. I don't understand why you went there because I didn't say that. But that's the part that I didn't like. But he said, "Hey man, I don't feel comfortable with you showing that," and I'm like, "Okay, all right." I took it down. But that happened maybe once, but it happened behind the scenes, and I was like, "All right, I'll do it," but I don't like what you said. Uh, let's see. PigCake is Florida man. Yeah, this is Florida man right here. This is Florida man. By the way, I love how I made this particularly wide, so it makes me look even shorter. Although if I stand closer, guess what? I look as tall as the frame of the camera. So right now you can't tell how short I am unless you do some 4chan level autism to kind of compare me to the back wall and the mirror. Like you realize, oh, that's a mirror from IKEA. I could double check that mirror and I or Target, and I could compare it to his height. So if I stand here, you can't tell how tall I am. Was it Patrick Quinn? I'm not gonna say who it was. So even if you mention it, I'm not gonna say who it was, just because he's been good to me. Not good to me, but I mean, he came up on a couple of streams and he commented on a couple of videos positively. So I'm like, okay, I guess he doesn't have beef with me. I've given up on a pinky count. I've been learning the thumb count. I find it way easier. Don't even know if that's a thing, but it works. Yeah, thumb count's definitely a thing, especially if you do the Darrow bit. Fuck, this is why I should have fucking cards on me, because that involves one hand. So I'll do it with this packet of Eclipse, right? So let's say you have a, let's say you are trying to do a double, right? Right now I have three things here. So you thumb count one, you thumb count two. That transfer move to the pinky is very, very important. You could definitely do that with, one, two, three, four. I wouldn't do that with, I guess more because then it's obvious that you're going, hey. Whereas the benefit of the pinky count is that it's happening behind, right? So it's happening behind the scenes. Whereas the thumb count is kind of closer to them looking. But I mean, I got to tell you, I like the thumb count. I like the thumb count. To me, it's more certain. Some people swear by the pinky count, but I've never been able to get it really down pat. Especially this thing. When you do the pinky count, you have this thing going on. There you go. Right? I'm not a fan of that. And again, yeah, I know that's practice. I know. But the thumb counter just seems certain to me. Like, okay, one, two, three. All right, there you go, pinky. Like to me, it just seems like an easier move and more certain. Uh and he teaches the incredible jumping tic tac. I think you're referring to the jumping eclipse. I have tic tacs over there. I hated how tic tac magic was a thing. Do you not remember that? Tic Tac magic was a thing for like a while. Everybody had a fucking Tic Tac trick, and it made me want to find a school and shoot up made me want to find an area school and shoot it up. That's what I want to say. Justin Miller's recent interview on Craig Petty's YouTube channel was pretty great. His ego is still incredibly inflated, but he's entertaining and swears like a sailor. I guess we're similar in that sense. We're not similar in the sense that I'm not a retard. I'm not retarded. Listen, I'm just saying that because of things he said about me. Okay, that's it. That's it. I wouldn't have that mentality if he didn't say, "Hey, we're cool," and then make a post on Instagram calling me a man bun faggot. So I wouldn't care. All right, I wouldn't care because I said, "No, hey man, I'm a big fan of your work." And then afterwards, he turns around from what he said and then said, "Ha, guess what? I lied to you, buddy. You were the guy I was talking about, and you are in fact a man bun faggot." So that's just uh that's just unnecessary beef. Let's see. Look at that Royfinol. What are you talking about? The Eclipse? You did a trick where you switched kings for aces in your front two pockets. You remember the name of that trick? Looking for a while. I think it's called the switch trick. I was trying to title it something that I saw on SEOs. Like I saw this on like a search engine optimization. So I'm like, oh, people are looking up switch tricks. So I think I called it the switch trick. And that was a great one. That was actually a phenomenal one. I was very proud of the structure of that particular trick, as virginy as that makes me fucking sound. Um, Let's see. So man, how tall are you? Listen, I'm gonna stand here in proximity to my target mirror. I've already said what my height is. I've said to people before what my height is. So I'm gonna stand here, okay, next to this very easily available target mirror. You could Google right now, wavy mirror, and I could tell you that that mirror is probably a little bit taller than I am. Okay, that mirror is a little bit taller than I am, so you could use that to guess how tall I am. But I'm very short. All right, and I blame my mom. My mom is she's a short, fat Cuban woman, right? And because of that, with her short, stubby legs, she had relationships with a normal-sized Arabic man, and then I popped out of that pussy, and then I decided to not have my legs grow because I'm sure she gave me thalidomide as a child, which prevented and stunted my growth. So that's my answer to that. Uh, just be honest. How drunk are you really right now? I'm not drunk at all. I sobered up tremendously. Here's the thing, though. I'm kind of dangerous when it comes to me being hammered because I don't change it. I don't change this. All right, I'm a poker man. I don't change my. The only thing is that maybe I become a little bit talkative, a little bit more talkative, which is I'm already a talkative individual per se. So that's the only indicator of me being drunk or hammered. But I'm really good when it comes to hiding it, so you usually can't tell. But right now, I'm pretty sober. If you put me in front of a train, I'll definitely be able to drive that train. And you put me in a plane, and yo, you tell me which building, and I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. You see that? That was a 9/11 joke. I can make fun of my own people. I can make fun of my own people. So yo, I've been out of the closet with my uncle. I've been practicing those sick moves you have teached with me. Such lovely activity. Yeah, I always make references to my uncle in the game closets. That was a joke that I stole from a stand-up comedian. I forgot who specifically talks about the uncle in the gaming closet. I'm sure all of them do, but I decided to steal it. My humor is a combination of everything that I find funny. So I find certain people funny, and I don't steal their jokes, but I interpret their jokes, and I think that that's what everybody else does. So that's where you get the pig cake humor. It's an amalgam of everybody that I find funny's humor. And here's the worst part: I've never shown videos to I've shown videos to people that I find funny, and their responses are always, "Huh, yeah, that's good, that's okay." Videos that I could not breathe after going through. There's a video, for example, of Sam Hyde, where he has a bit recently where his brother hits his wife in the video with a tree branch, and I could not stop breathing throughout the entirety of that video. I think it's on YouTube, and nobody finds that funny. I've shown it to like 4 or 5 people, and they're all like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that's okay." Like this is the funniest fucking video I've ever seen. I was watching Persistence of Memory earlier, and I realized how often you say particular. There was one sentence when I said it twice. Yeah, I say certain phrases quite often. Particular. Um, what's the other one? Case in point. I have certain little ticks that I have, but then again, it's better than going full retard, right? I can't stop laughing just hearing you talk about that video, dude. That fucking video is the best. Give me back my grandma shit. Watch you die, bitch. It's the greatest fucking video of all time. I forgot what it's called. Let me look it up right now. It's fuck, man. It's so good. Sam Hyde is one of those guys. See right now, for example, I put up a video on TikTok. Right, I put it up before I went to the bars. A little shitty video. This just shows you the view comparison to YouTube. 108,000 views. Why can't I get the same on YouTube? Why can't I get the same on YouTube? 108,000 views on fucking TikTok. That's what I want on YouTube. But instead, I get it on a useless application like fucking TikTok. I get it on a useless, pointless fucking app like TikTok that's never going to amount to shit. And it's probably going to be banned in the next 4 months, anyways. So why? I'm about to have a fucking, what do you call it? Embolia. Okay, so let me look up Sam Hyde. Let me see. Sam Hyde. The video is let me look up Sam Hyde wife sketch. You whipped my wife. That's what it's called. The full video is on his website, which you have to pay for. But he has it on YouTube, like an abridged version, and it's called "Nick, You Whipped My Wife." And it is probably one of the funniest fucking videos I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've shown it to like 4 or 5 people, and they've all said the same shit. How'd you get in here? What are you? Where are you? How did you? Security. They've all said the same thing. So, uh, let's see. I used to do drugs. I mean, I still do, but I used to too. Okay, fucking Mitch. Okay, Mitch. Let's see. Mitch Hedberg for Ghost President. That's funny. Because you're shadow banned, they decide to shadow ban all virgins. Shit, dude just came in here. Why is Kamala la 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 all up in here? I'm drunk. I don't want to talk politics. You don't have to talk politics. She's an attractive old black woman, right? Older black woman. And if she put her hands in my thighs, I would give her babies. So that's why she's up there. Obviously, she's not the most attractive. I would say leftist politician. She's probably in the list, maybe, just in the sense of her not being a complete troglodyte, but she's there for that reason. But she's fairly attractive. Again, not as attractive as Tulsi, not as attractive as AOC, but she's there. She's there on that list. But the list of attractive lefties are like this much, and the list of attractive righties are like this much. I'm not being biased there. There's actually studies that show that people on the left tend to not be as attractive as people on the right. It's odd. It's odd. I don't know what it is, um, but can't argue with that. Uh, I've never watched any of the person that you recommended watching ever since you recommended that guy who went on stream while masturbating. You mean DSP? I didn't recommend DSP. I recommend what do you call this? The detractors, the DSP. So the detractors of Dark Side Phil are the people that I recommend to watch, not Dark Side Phil. If you watch Dark Side Phil, you should like end yourself. But if you watch the people that make fun of him, those people know what they're doing. That's good content. Maybe to throw yourself in a YouTube algorithm, you should do a mukbang where you solve puzzles and ASMR at the same time. I love how, by the way, every major YouTube channel that did magic tricks that have turned into something else have found success. Peter McKinnon turned to camera stuff. Chris Ramsey turned to puzzles. You have fucking what do you call this? Rise Magic. That I remember when they had 5,000 subs and I had like 40,000, and I'm like, you guys are gonna pass my shit. And now they found ASMR magic, so they're going up. They're probably going to hit a million, in the next year and a half, maybe even less. So that's kind of hot. Spawn Zeus, have you met Chris Ramsey in real life? Yes, I have. The first Magi Fest, uh, I met him there. Had a decent convo per se, but I we're not like chill homies, but I've talked to him a couple times. I would bear AOC's child myself in my stomach. Yeah, she's a very voluptuous woman. She's you know what it is? She's like man, she is. I'm gonna steal a joke from another comedian that I can't mention for fear of getting shadow banned completely. But she is on the cover of 7.9 magazine. And I understand that she's, there's certain features that people might not find attractive about AOC, but she's on the cover of 7.9 magazine because she has a tremendous body, especially for a politician. She has a tremendous body, and she has those indigenous features that I like in a woman. I like indigenous features. I like very, I like, oh, look, that's AOC. She has a very distinctive face, and I'm a fan of that. Some people don't like that. I'm a fan of that. So she's on the cover of 7.9 magazine for sure. Bernie's the one true daddy. Maybe if they gave him DNC gave him a fucking chance, maybe he probably would be daddy. But instead, they picked a choice that some people particularly find to be, incompetent and with dementia. Although I think that maybe he probably would have done a better job, even though he's a fucking socialist. He probably would have done a tremendous job compared to fucking Sleepy Joe. But I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything about that. I'm not going to say anything about that in particular, and how they ruined him. and then he ruined himself by fucking saying, sorry, I forgot what it was. When you support a candidate, endorse. He ruined himself when he endorsed Hillary after she fucking cucked him. Okay, there you go. Does that make sense? Uh, AOC is not hot. She's like 90% makeup. Under that, she's a bird humanoid. Under like the rest of them. That's yeah. It's all women. It's all women. What are you talking about? That's all women. Dudes, we got lucky that we don't put makeup on. Could you imagine if that like trended? If that trended, could you imagine if dudes like it was a norm for us to put on makeup and that's good. I mean, I guess that's more common now. It's still rare, but it's more common now than it was, 20 years ago. But I could wake up like, hey, wake up, maybe put my hair back, and I'm good to go. Girls have to fucking. I forgot. I had recently one of those fucking machines. When a girl puts the fucking eyelash and that props it up. Could you imagine having to do that? Girls do that, man. I commend their effort to get prettied up. Um, yes, bro. Potato chips. Yes, it makes sense. That's funny. Dude, makeup is just going to the gym and beard balm. Yeah, that's true. Moisturize, shower, and lift. I've never heard a more bro set of fucking things to do as a dude instead of doing makeup than that. Dude, just moisturize, shower, and lift, bruh. Just fucking do it, dude. Have you seen K-pop guys dress and women? Yes. Yeah, K-pop is the other one that but they don't count. K-pop people aren't human. I don't consider them to be fucking human. All these dudes and all that popularity of like those K-pop bands, those guys aren't people. They're not men, they're not women, they're existing. They're they're just subsequently existing. And there's a lot of people that what do you call this? Would go to the death defending those inbred people. But I'm not a fan. I'm definitely not a fan. And I don't understand it. I understand the love for Asian women singers, like the what is it, baby metal? Holy shit. I think it's a Japan metal band, but it's all like girls. Fuck, they kill it. Holy shit, they fucking kill it. So I'm a fan of that. And even the K-pop girl bands, like there's a couple that I'm like, oh, they'll kill it. They fucking have a catchy beat. The guy ones, I don't get it. It's like shitty, fucking shitty shit. You know, uh, it's not even. I can't even compare it to Backstreet Boys because we had a phase, right? We had a phase, I guess. Late '80s, '90s, even into the 2000s. We had that phase with the boy band. We had O Town in Sync. We had Backstreet Boys. We had Boys to Men. That wasn't necessarily a boy band per se, but you still had that boy band tendency, right? Where a group of dudes singing. That was fucking great. That was tremendous. We had a great time and a great increase, right? New Kids on the Block. There you go. In that you can't compare that to K-pop. You can't fucking compare that to K-pop. K-pop is trash. Mm, it's pretty fucking garbage. So I don't understand. I think the words are stands. There's a lot of stands for K-pop, and I don't understand it. But that's just me. I mean, some people swear by it, but I rather get audited. K-pop people are just scrawnier bird humanoids. Yeah, some of the dudes are like chicks. I look at some of the dudes and I'm like, wow, if you had long hair, I'd fuck you. Like if you had long hair, I'd probably fuck you because you look every bit like, just a short-haired chick. Jaco says they're called Republicans. Lol. Okay. Who are you talking about for Republicans? I'm taking that, says Matthew Tiger Swanson, cousin to John Cougar Mellencamp. Brad Christian tried to rock makeup. Then all the backlash made him stockpile Glocks and shoot laptops. That video has a terrible like to dislike ratio. And by the way, they never put my video up. I made a reaction video to that, and illusionist never put it up. Let's see. Let me see if I can bust it out here. Let me see. I know I have it in my Google Drive, but they told me they were going to put it up on the website. I might as well put it up on the channel. To be honest, I might as well put it up on the channel. Let me see if I could find it here. I know that I shot it. It was just me pretending. I was doing the Star Wars bit. So in that particular video, I was doing the Star Wars bit. Wells pretending to cry. Right? A bit of a reaction. Then released. See? Look at the black. Now I look at. So this is before they came on the whole backlash, and I just did the whole thing. I have a loop. right? Like a little jug of lube as a bit. So I might as well put it up on my channel. I need to ask them what the fuck they're gonna do with that, but I feel like I need to put that up on my channel. Uh, so we'll see about that one. Oh man, Magic Orthodoxy. What's up, David? What's up, Dog? David Dog. I don't know if I could call you that. I feel like using Ebonics on you is like sacrilege. If I say, "Hey, what's up, Dog?" Like I feel like somehow I'm gonna get like a thunderbolt on my head. You know. David, I just watched a new vid, bro. Love you. Says Matthew Tiger Swanson again, cousin to John Cougar Mellencamp. You made a reaction video to Brad Kristen being very American and shooting an inanimate object. You know what I love? I love the, I love the comments of the video because it's like you have some comments that are like, "Wow, I waited I waited a weekend for this. You blocked the website for this. Wow, that's shit." I had the whole stream that I had a bunch of dislikes because people disagreed with my opinion about the video. But what I love, what I fucking love, is that people had an issue with like him shooting the gun. They're like, "I can't believe you shot a gun in a fucking desert, dude. What? There could have been people behind you in the fucking desert, dude. What are you, not safe? Did you throw the laptop? Did you leave it there? That's bad for the environment, dude." Like you had a couple of those comments, which I just found fucking hysterical. Um, let's see. Thanks, MTS. Did you vote for Larry Jennings? Because I did. That's funny. Right before the comment where Jaco says Republicans are what you asked, what the inbred whatevers are called. Well, I was talking about the K-pop people, but I guess that's your prerogative if you want to call Republicans inbred. I know many inbred people, as a matter of fact, just because of the nature of being a Latino. You have a lot of a lot of fucking inbreeding. Hey David, are you gonna do a video for the other brothers thing tomorrow? I love how you're on top of everything. Holy shit, David is always on top of anything that comes out. It's like I got it. Here you go. There you go. It's out there, and you have a fantastic review. I told you I remember forever ago. I binged all your videos. I just sat there like one day, like not being any productive at all, like losing all productivity in terms of editing and stuff. I just let me just watch this one. Let me just watch that one, and you almost convinced me to buy stuff, but I refuse to spend money on stuff that I'm just gonna have laying around here, just for a little bit until I decide. Oh, let me just put it in my pocket and see where it goes. So you inspired an afternoon of binging. Worst day of my life. Okay. Oh, stop it, you! Stop it, you! Let's see. Uh, our government is locking children in cages. Brad is allowed to shoot a fucking laptop. I don't give a fuck, says Matthew Tiger Swanson. That's hysterical. The desperation to shoot things is cringe. Yeah, it's funny. I saw a meme, right? I'm still with it. I saw a meme that was like, whatever president we have, this is still inevitable. And it's like two girls talking, and then a kid comes in the back with a gun in school, and I'm like, wow, okay, way to ruin my coffee there, buddy. Um, let's see, David killing it on YouTube. I watch every vid. Magic Mark, close up magician says, "Hi, how are you doing? I'm good. I'm recovering from being hammered, so this is my my post drunk sobriety, I guess. I think I mentioned earlier in the stream, friend was having kind of a bad day. We decided to have some drinks because that's what you do. Good looking Republican girls, Tommy Lauren and Millie Weaver. There's one that has giant boobs. I forgot what her name is, but she has tremendously large boobies. I know people hate her. I think she's on Infowars now, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Tommy Lauren is pretty attractive. I would say she's up there. I would say better than her, that's for sure. But that's almost cheating because Kamala Harris is like old enough to be my grandmother, and Tommy Lauren is old enough to be my my daughter at this point in time. Technically, because of my age. What's this? Brad Christian gets to rock Glocks with the laser beams and rifles, but if Jabrizi tried to do that, it'd probably be nationwide marches again. Oh man. Oh boy. I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that. What about the girl that shit herself? Which that shit herself? I know that there's one crazy. There's like a crazy Republican that her name's actually not crazy, but she's people consider herself to be crazy. I think her name's Laura Loomer. She handcuffed herself to the Twitter headquarters because they banned her account. She is 6.1. She's a 6.1. She has kind of like a very distinctive nose that I'm not a fan of, but 6.1 still fairly, better than I better than anything I've done. That's for sure. Um, let's see this one. I would love Tommy Lauren if I didn't hate her so much. Same thing I feel with AOC. Okay, same thing I feel with AOC. I would love her so much if she just wasn't so much of a dunce. White girl can't dance, Latinas dance. Did you see the story about a school board president in the San Francisco Bay Area has resigned after his wife's racist comments about Vice President-elect Kamala Harris? Maybe a ham radio subject. There you go. Yeah, that might be. Unfortunately, Daniel has a it doesn't have like a COVID thing, but somebody close to him. So tomorrow, I think we were supposed to do a ham radio, but out of an abundance of caution, we're not going to do it. So, I mean, not anything serious, per se, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's see what this one is here. Yeah, we had like nonstop shootings every week before COVID hit. Remember? Yeah, that was kind of suspicious, right? The amount of shootings, but then again, fucking media doesn't help, man. Media really doesn't help because the point is not to glorify it. Yeah, you want to always talk about the news, which by the way, news now is not news, it's fucking opinions. I was sitting at a bar looking at the fucking news, getting increasingly angry. Just like, what is that headline? What is this fucking headline? That's not news. That's not objective. That's my point. But what the fuck was I? I know I was gonna go somewhere with that. I just got off on a tangent that got me upset about news. That got me in the fucking news. I totally forgot. God damn it. A distinctive nose is what I look for in women. The harder she is to look at Easter. Uh, at the Easter, okay, hold up. A distinctive nose is what I look for in a woman. The harder she is to look at Easter, she is to pick out of a crowd while she tries to escape. That does not make fucking sense. Caitlin Bennett. No, she's kind of a dummy. Caitlin Bennett. I think she's kind of a dummy. I don't know if she's anything of attractiveness. I remember seeing her. She's like a standard blonde, but there's another one that has ginormous boobies. Then I'm like, oh wow, okay. There are studies done. There are studies, genuine studies that just show the differences between right and left in terms of attractiveness, which I just find kind of interesting. Opinions on the big Minecraft update that's coming up. I can't wait for it. I can't wait to never see a woman again. I'm still lost in the previous Minecraft update with like bees and shit. That's how far I am when it comes to Minecraft. Is Daniel losing weight or his hair getting fatter? Daniel's hair is getting fatter and he's putting more product. Every time I go into his bathroom, first of all, I go in there with a face mask on because Daniel likes to partake in foods that that linger, that linger. And I see hair product, like curly hair products and stuff. And it's not his girlfriend, it's his. So I think he's doing that on purpose to annoy me. Uh, There's something. There's some great video of a drunk Laura Loomer throwing her pussy at a guy at a bar, saying, "You're an Aryan god." Oh my goodness, the things I would do if Laura Loomer threw her pussy at me and said, "I'm an Aryan god." The things I would do to her. Holly's news anchor is Aaron Burnett from CNN blows AOC and Kamala out of the water. What? Okay, you know what? You're gonna make me look it up. You're gonna make me look up Aaron Burnett, which is definitely not as attractive as Kimberly Guilfoyle. That's for fucking sure. Aaron Burnett. Let's see, Aaron Burnett. Uh, yeah, all right. Aaron Burnett is an 8. Hmm. Okay. You know what? Recently, I'm looking at past pictures here. That's not. I can't do that. I'm looking at a recent picture. Erin Burnett is a 7.9, and she is a beautiful 7.9. But she is a 7.9 for sure, 7.9. She's not on the cover of 7.9 magazine, but she's definitely in the actual articles. Um, let's see. AOC is a strong, beautiful, creative woman. Okay. All right, creative is one way to put her. Did you see the video of Biden hugging and kissing his wife, and the other side, Trump nudging Ivanka to do the same thing, but she stands there awkwardly? I saw the video. I saw the edit that CNN did, but again, that's my favoritism. Oh man, there's a noise over here that really sounds like I'm saying Republican rhetoric, right? I don't know if it's the fan. I don't know what it is, but there's a noise that comes up here every once in a while that sounds like Republican rhetoric. It's not me. It's not me. All right, I'm not partisan. I'm very very pro choice when it comes to. I'm bipartisan. Sorry, I'm bipartisan. I'm not gonna be partisan here, but it's the noise that sounds like Republican rhetoric. I think it's a roof. Your fan sounds pretty fucking ignorant. I've heard other people, Brian, that you've posted on Instagram sound equally as fucking ignorant, but we're all entitled to our opinions, aren't we not? Are we not? Again, man, what a substantial fan there. Dude, if you want to bang Loomer, all you gotta do is ask. I'm dead serious. Yeah, I'll slide into her DMs. I'll be like, hey, do you want a short um, Arabic? Do you want some short Arabic disappointing dick? I got you. I imagine he uses mayonnaise. What hair products do you use? I use Garnier. I'm a fan of Garnier. I condition every day. I use the gel right on my head. So that's my favorite. It leaves it really nice. It leaves it really nice. There's a slickness. The only problem is the fucking receding hairline. That's the only problem. Might want to get that checked out. I'll say Brian. I might want to get my racist fascist sounding fucking my racist fascist fan. It sounds like a fascist fan here. Man, it must have been a remnant from the previous owner. My fascist fan. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Did you get that video of Joe Biden hugging and kissing girls and a small child while she trembles in terror? Did I see that one? Yeah, no, I haven't seen that video. Nor when the dad awkwardly pulls her away because he's afraid that pulling her away is gonna get him killed or put him on a fucking list. Yeah, I saw that video, but I don't know. I think it's hard to find on YouTube. It's hard to find on YouTube nowadays. For some reason, that's been taken out. Funny enough, I showed that video to a friend of mine. Again, not partisan here. I'm very bipartisan. I showed that video to a friend of mine. He's like, "What the fuck? I've never seen that. What the fuck is that? That's kind of weird." Because it's a very awkward video. But then again, he showed me another video of like you know Trump shaking some guy's hand and making it really awkward. I'm like, yeah, but that's not a fucking 8-year-old girl. That's not a 8-year-old girl. So Laura Loomer looks like Whitney Cummings against the guy out. Yeah, yeah. She's not great. I'm not saying she's great. I think what did I say? 6, 7. I forgot what I rated her. But here's the thing though. She's within that territory of if she puts her hand on my thigh, it's going down, right? I don't that's not a gift that I bestow upon everybody, okay? That's not a gift I bestow upon everybody. And these are not very flattering pictures. These are not very flattering pictures. I got to tell you. These are very unflattering pictures. There's a couple here that look decent. There's a lot that do not look decent. But I would say, oh boy, 7, yeah, 7.6.9, 7.2. Okay, this one right here, 7.2. I would say that was hard. Oh boy, 6.9. Okay, you know what? 6.9. I'll give Laura Loomer. Really, Google's not really doing a good job here, flattering her. All right, she looks better in video, I guess. She looks better in video. So she's 6.9. I guess. What did I rate that magician that ended up being a man? I ended up rating her, and I said she was like a 7.5, but it ended up being a personal for Dinky, and that rated higher than Laura Loomer. So that tells you my perspective when it comes to females. I'm like, wow, man, this person's very attractive, very attractive. That was a dude. Oh boy, that was fun. I know lads in the circle. Literally anybody who wants to bang Loomer can. She's a predator. Well, I mean, I'll slide into her DMs. I'll slide in her DMs. I'll be like, hey, girl. Hey, you want to get disappointed? I got you, fam. You remember when Epstein fell off the face of the media? Lane is completely forgotten. Yeah, that's weird, right? That's another weird one. There's a couple weird media sort of. I don't want to sound conspiratorial, but there's a couple weird ones. The Vegas one was particularly awful because there was never information that came out about that apart from just some assumptions and maybe some intent. I'm sure there's gonna be a Netflix documentary to come out on that in like 2 years. But the Epstein and the Ghislaine shit just kind of went away along with the Hillary stuff. That kind of went away as well. But that's that. I don't understand. I really don't. I would thought that those would have been tremendously massive stories in terms of, oh, we caught this person who's very closely associated that this dude that killed himself. But uh, I mean, I guess that's the state of 2020, my friends. That's the state of 2020. How in the fuck has no one in this virgin stream of magicians mentioned that female magician YouTuber Caroline Raven? She's a solid 8. Just learned about her a week ago. Raven. Here's the thing about Raven. Okay, I remember. I forgot who showed me a picture of her. And I'm like, wow, she's a milf. She's very attractive. She's a milf, man. She's a very attractive mom. She's younger than I am. She's younger than I am. I think, from my understanding, I'm older than Caroline Raven, and I was saying, bro, she's a milf. So I thought that she was a little bit of an older kind, but she's younger than I am. But yeah, she's very attractive. She's very attractive. How in the fuck? Okay, sorry, I reread that like a retard. How about the fact that there was a headline from New York Dan that this is the most secure election ever, but a week before the election, we're crying about Russia already. Establishment Dems and establishment reps give me cancer. They are the same. So you find yourself in the middle. Is that what it is? You find yourself. There's a lot of people that this election has really turned them sour when it came to politics, especially like a lot of centrists. When they saw that debate, they're like, both these guys are fucking retards. I'm left as shit. I like how you start saying establishment. Bernie equal daddy. So you must be very upset when they cucked Bernie. You must have been very upset when they cucked him. Unfortunately, I mean, I was gonna say I think he had a tremendous chance, but unfortunately, I don't think the party likes him. I don't think the party likes him at all. So that's the part that's kind of a shame. When it came to that statue, I just saw your DM here. I try to turn these fucking messages off just so it doesn't beep during the stream, but I always forget. He campaigned for Biden more than anyone else after Biden completely eviscerated him, along with Hillary. That was the other part that I'm like, that's what I love about politics here, by the way. So you'll have, the RNC, and then you have the DNC, and then you'll have the debates between the Democratic nominees and then the Republican nominees, and they're all talking shit about each other, right? Oh, you fucking piece of shit, Jeb Bush, you paid $14 million to get 2%. Oh fuck you, you socialist piece of shit. You're fucking cancer. You're a cancer. You rape little girls, and then oh, I endorse this person that just called me a child molester. Oh, I endorse this person that has just referred to my wife as a whore. It's like it's a fucking game. It's a fucking shit show. It's a game at the end of the day, which I just find quite substantial. It's like, all right, okay, so I'm gonna now here's the thing. This is the one thing that I think you could kind of give Trump credit for, even if you detest him completely, which is I think exposing the shit show that is the RNC. Because from my understanding, from watching the elections in the 2000s, from watching the elections in the mid 2000s, you have pretty much there was always underlying pokes at each other. On both sides, there was always underlying pokes to each other within the Democratic nominees to each other. The Republicans to each other, Democrats to each other. Them obviously the crossing the political affiliations. There was always poking, but it was never this. It was never you'll be in jail. It was never bite-sized moments that you could take and you could fucking record and you could put that on a compilation video. You had George Bush fail comps where he said stuff that were particularly fucking retarded, but you didn't have these very conniving statements at each other. Then fucking Trump came out like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And he's like, "Hey, you'd be in jail. You're a fucking bitch. We're the best." And then that kind of exposed politics for being the shit show that it actually is. And then now I think that's going to be the norm. Even after he's long gone, I think the norm is going to be that poking, that fucking outwardly, I'm trying to go viral. I'm going to try to get a phrase in, and I'm going to try to use that phrase so I could get, views on Twitter. And that's all of them. That's all of them. And it's always been the case, but now it's more upfront. So before it was more subtle. Now it's in your face, and I think I blame Trump for that. Just in the sense of that. Now, some people say that's a bad thing. I say that that's showing what they were really are, or what they really have been hiding all this fucking time. Let's see. I've got 10 to 1 that there's not a Bernie bro on the planet that could take me, says the fancy stat. Matthew Tiger Swanson says Trump friends with Epstein, reps upstanding guy who speaks his mind. Butter McStinson says even if it was someone other than Trump, he would still want the Dems to win. I don't know what you mean about that. I'm sure it's something I said. Joe Rogan supported Bernie. He could definitely take you. That's funny. Hungry and hangover. Yeah, I see Joe Rogan growing like this. Every time you see a podcast, he's just growing more exponentially sideways. My DL sucks, and so does my mom. Thank you, Magic Orthodoxy, for that one. A comment that I would never think I would see coming from your fucking account. Rogan isn't a bro. There's a difference. That is true. Yeah, there's a difference between a Bernie supporter and a Bernie bro. Um, Rogan is a Bernie supporter. He's not a Bernie bro. A Bernie bro is a very distinctive individual. I don't think Rogan would have fought anybody defending Bernie. A bro would fight you defending Bernie. Rogan would not, I feel. Rogan is my boy. I've been away from magic for about 3 years. Then I watched Brad Christian's How to Do Street Magic last night. And now you are in my feed. What does it mean? It means that you have way too much time in your hands, Electric Dreams, and you have subsequently gone down the rabbit hole. And I'm encouraging you to go away, enjoy yourself while you still can. All right? You still have time to get out. You just watched one video with Brad Christian. You saw all the hookers in the how to do the street magic, whatever. You saw the hookers. That's not real. You're not gonna get hookers like that if you do magic tricks. You're gonna get no women. You're only gonna get dudes that say, "Hey, nice move. That's a cool move." So get out now while you possibly can, and you could turn it around. You could see a vagina. Okay. So if I have any advice to you, all right, how'd you end up here? Why is it that you're here? It's for a reason. All right. God does things for a reason, and the reason you're here is because you were meant to listen to me save you. Okay. I'm saving you right now. You're good, my brother. Rogan and AOC, I'd watch that. Yeah, I would watch that for sure. You just reposted your lock socket post. Hope my idea works and it's not taken down. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Yeah, I don't know why TikTok. Again, they leave the thoughts on. They leave all the TikTok thoughts. But anytime you do anything that could be a little bit dangerous, they go, no, no, here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Some kid's gonna copy you. Even though some kids, looking at a fucking 12-year-old twerk, that's fine, I guess. Um, what you need to do is watch Ninja and Ninja 2 Electric Boogaloo. Well, here's the thing on the stream, the Illusionist stream, I said, listen, I will shoot, edit, and produce Ninja 3. And then they said 100% we're behind that. I'm like, oh, shit. I want them to hit me up and I want them to say, hey, man, we'll pay you to do Ninja 3. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll work on that for the next fucking 2 months every day. I won't sleep. I'll just get hammered every day and work on Ninja 3. All right. That's my promise to fucking illusionists. That's my pitch. I'm gonna send him a pitch video and be like, I have a pitch. All right. I'm gonna get on a knee. All right. I haven't gotten on my knees all year. Okay. I haven't gotten on my knees all year. Okay, illusionist. I haven't done this. Okay. Many things have happened. I shouldn't do that. I want to do Ninja 3. Okay. If there is anybody that is as passionate, there's nobody in this planet as passionate for the Ninja series with Brad Christian and the eyeliner other than me. Okay? So I want it. Give it to me. You could get hookers, bang them for 10 minutes, and then have them pose for your magic DVDs the other 50 minutes. Very encouraging there. 10 minutes and very encouraging there. More, it'd be 2 minutes, and then I'd be apologizing for 8 minutes, and then have them pose for 50 minutes. I think that's the way it would work. We're a ninja costume. I know you already have the mask. Yeah, but I would definitely rock the eyeliner. I would do a routine that's reminiscent of the ninja pass trick from fucking Ninja 1, where he shows how to do the pass to the lay people. I'll do a trick reminiscent to that. I'll fuck it up. People will buy it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It'd probably be the highest selling product on our website. I'd guarantee it. I'm not gonna sleep just to make sure that it's that good. You'll do all the work for illusionist and get 30%. I'll negotiate. All right, I'll negotiate. I've been told I'm a good negotiator. It's in my blood as an Arab Cuban. Piggy, do an in the streets review of the new Atlas gimmick. How to get the ladies with sponge balls. What the fuck is Atlas gimmick? What is that? I imagine it has to do with sponge balls, but I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of sponge balls magic. As a matter of fact, the only way that I would ever do SpongeBob magic if I was paid substantially. I would never do that. Where I wouldn't be paid substantially. I would sell out so fast. You don't even know how fast I would sell out. Like, people would give people shit for for wait, hold up. Who told you that you're a good negotiator? Was it your younger brother? That's funny. That's funny. Okay, because of the autism. God fucking damn it. Ninja 3, directed by PigCake, starring Matthew Furman. I saw a video with Matthew Furman the other day with his daughter, and I was thinking, wow, fuck, you know, I got a chance. Looking at that, I definitely got a chance. Let's see, which one is the one where Brad shows magic to the kid and the hot mom? That was Crash Course. See, look at that. Look at that. Instant. It's there. It's in the front. All right. It's not even, I didn't even have to go back for that memory. It's up front. All right. It's right there. That's how substantial my adoration of the Ninja series is. It's fucking Crash Course, I believe, with the hot mom. She was like a redhead. Uh where Let's see, it's a new Rocco gimmick. The promo video is amazing. I love the Rocco videos because Rocco will post an entire YouTube link on his Instagram, like with the HTML code. He'll be like, "Hey, check out my new product, Sticky Coins, at HTML or HTTPS dot www dot roccomagic.com slash 4978729.html slash Rocco Sticky Coins." I'm like, "Okay, Rocco, let me just get that, and let me just write it down here. All right, AA7494." Like, I love that. He's such a boomer when it comes to his social media stuff. The only time SpongeBob magic is acceptable is a doctor pretending to remove a tumor, only to make it disappear and say, "I'm just kidding. You have 3 weeks to live." Wow, that's morbid. Hungry and hungover. Maybe you're a little bit too hungover. You're a little bit too hungover there. Sponge balls. I already have two perfectly good balls in my pants. Wow, what a very misogynist thing to say, huh? All right, that's a very misogynist thing to say, especially in the stream. We've had nothing but positivity. We've had nothing but bipartisan comments. That's gonna shoo away all the people that might be a little bit, on the fence about people with balls and get triggered by that. You said, why not perform sponge balls in those? For a disappearance, you could suck one up into your body. Disgusting. Misogynist. That's a misogynist thing. That's not only a Mason thing, but that's like a misogynist thing. Rocco's a fucking gangsta. Yeah. I remember like an idiot buying that DVD set where he shows you how to sleeve, thinking, I'm gonna sleeve. And then you watch the DVD set and you're like, okay, I'm never gonna do that. He wears a clear jacket for that. So he wears a clear jacket, and then you see him, sleeve stuff in real time. I think he goes through his FISM act, and I'm like, okay, all right. I guess I'll skip that one. I guess I'll skip that one. Remember me and Brian having brunch with Brad Christensen at the Spaghetti Factory in San Jose. We negotiated him for hours. What we got was a new logo, nothing more. You got a black and yellow logo. Yep. What's good? I'm sure you got 10% from that, if at all. That'd be funny. Can't believe somebody RB motherfucker. 30%. I definitely listen. I'll shoot it. I'll edit it. I'll produce it. We'll give you 30%. Done. Done. I'll take it. You're not even gonna negotiate? No. No, that's good. 30% is good. I want stock options. I think that's the. I think that's the stream. I think that's the stream. I feel like when I start talking about stock options for fucking illusionist, that's when I think that's been a somewhat decent stream. My legs, I realized from standing up, it gets annoying. I need to have like a little bit of like a stand, like a microphone stand, and then do one of these bits, back and forth. I think that would be a little bit more entertaining. I just got your Sean, by the way. I think I got a dono from Sean. I appreciate that. Don't think that went unnoticed. All right, buddy. I noticed that and I appreciate it quite substantially. I saw it here. For some reason, I haven't set up because I'm a retard. I haven't set it up here where Kamala Harris is. I'm going to set up notifications. Right. I'm going to set up notifications next time for my next stream for that. So those things pop up. But don't think that went unnoticed. Bulletproof sleeving is actually really good, in my opinion. It's one it's the one the guy who called you a man bun fag man, that's funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured Justin Miller. I forgot what the other one was called. Um, what the other one is called with the fucking with Rocco stuff. JT says, "Did a push up magic did not improve? I want my money back." I really hate that I'm sure I'm gonna get comments on that video that are like, I don't get it. None of these help. I don't get it. So far they've been good. So far they've been good. But I'm sure that if you give it enough time, especially to reach other markets in the planet, as you know, people wake up and watch my fucking shitty videos, you're gonna get one comment that goes, I don't get it. I don't get it. These are all regular workouts. These are all regular workouts. But that's the stream, boys. That's the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, first thing that I pop up when my phone comes up is Laura Loomer. That's the first person that comes up when I unlock my phone, which shows you the kind of stream that I had. See over there, she looks like an 8. She looks like an 8.1 in this picture. However, they definitely did her dirty in the Google pictures. But apart from that, make sure to always remember that if it's don't touch that bod unless you cover that rod. I think that's a good one. Joseph Biden likes little girls. Joseph Biden likes little girls. Fuck. Change. God fucking damn it. Okay, there you go.